NBA owners recently voted to explore expansion within the league, but did you know you can do that right now in NBA 2K26?
Go into My NBA and tick the Customize League button while you're choosing settings.
Then place your team into one of the NBA divisions and start customizing.
Use a pre-built team design or select all of your team's details and
Coming down the tunnel earlier, the Hornets getting mentally prepared. Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Porter Jr. and Clowney in it forward. Dimon out there with Traore. And it's Claxton in at the center position. And for Charlotte, Hall and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple, and it's Diabate in at the 5 down low. There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line.
Knipple with a bucket.
Another great pro from my alma mater, Con Knipple, making a name for himself. I mean, this guy has a fantastic J.
And Claxton throws it down.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Now here's Ball. In the game against Miami, very impressive. Pass to Bridges for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Here's Traore, hounded by Ball. Now Porter with the 10-footer. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big Three era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Now here's Ball. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Miller on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Back to Ball. Over Traore. And Ball with the basket on the assist from Miller.
LaMelo Ball, shot ready, always.
Here's Traore. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
Ball outside. Pass to Knipple. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And taking a look at the last 10 games, these are the teams that have attacked the offensive glass and been rewarded for their efforts. Number 1, the Hornets.
This squad's been attacking the offensive glass with a ton of energy lately, and it's paid off with a nice pile of second chance points.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. Last time they met in Brooklyn.
As they say, live by the 3, die by the 3. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball, too critical in today's NBA.
Pass to man. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Wolf.
2 minutes.
Back to man. Just 4 to shoot. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. 1:49 left to play in the first. White on the wing. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Bridges. Here's Kniffel. And that one's on target from the wing. Knippel's got 5 now.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Terrific move. He sees the opening and doesn't hesitate.
And Brooklyn with possession here. The Hornets making their last shot. Here's Wolf. That one's wide left. Charlotte has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter.
2 fouls for him now in the first quarter. And now all of a sudden, do you think about changing his rotation minutes for the rest of the half?
James is checked in for Charlotte. McNeely comes in for Ball. And the Nets also making a change. Wilson's checked in for Michael Porter. Oh my goodness! Cocked it back and fired it home!
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's tipped. They retain possession. Great positioning on the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
White looking it over. Over Traoré. Again, Charlotte.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
It's not going to go for him. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play.
18. Brooklyn, 15.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from the Hornets, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On the court right now. Second quarter for the Nets. Touré out there with Dimon. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Clowney in at the 4. Right side White. Here's Miller. Fires in the triple. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young doors.
Well, they are, B.A., and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young assets, things can turn quickly.
The rebound by Dimon. Nets trail by 4. To the wing on the left. And he converts the layup. Dimon's got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to McNeely. Miller on the wing. Fires the 3, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And here's Claxton. Here's Traoré. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Up top, White. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen. Here's Dimon. He's guarded by White. Here's Traoré. Over to the left wing. And a strong finish with two hands.
Assist from
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you.
And when you look at Kobe White's career numbers, he scored 15 as a rookie. I mean, he's always been a factor offensively.
Drives to the hoop.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. On the wing, Green. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And here's Kniffel from the arc. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Saraf. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Now here's White. 5 points in the game. Now here's Green. He's guarded by Claxton. Clock at 6. And here's Kniffel from the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the shootcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Sinks it from distance. Knippel's got 11 points.
Yeah, consistency beyond the arc was a big selling point for Knippel. I mean, he's got really impressive accuracy.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Saraf. He's guarded by White. The ball's knocked loose. White with the steal. Up in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Charlotte up.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two teams. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give the playmakers credit for consistently.
And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
We've got Kobe White, Knippel out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Brandon Miller, and it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Hornets 5. And here's Knippel from the arc. Claxton with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Driving in.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Here's White. And he makes it on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Oh, 2 physical points from White. I mean, just willing that one in.
Inside, Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Timeout called. The Hornets.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy moving forward.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Ball, he's checked in for Charlotte. Claxton with a rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 3 in the second half. Here's Porter. For the lead. Clowney, good. And the Nets lead by 2.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Down low. Right wing. Ball outside. Shot clock at 6. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
One thing that impresses you about LaMelo, the way he reads defenses and makes the game easier for everyone around him.
And so Ball nails both of them.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
To the paint. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Being Porter Jr. is 6'10", you have to know where he is at all times, especially when he's lurking inside.
Ball looks over the floor. Pass to Knipple. For 3, Bridges. They get it again. It's Bridges on the wing. And here's Knipple from the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, a brutal start to the half. 1 for their first 5 attempts.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. And here we have the leading defensive teams in the league after the All-Star break. The Hornets in second.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Williams' shot is good.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Ball. Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball. 3-pointer. Knocks it loose. Here's Knipple. Beyond the arc. The kick out to Ball. Fires from deep. LaMelo knocks down the long one.
I'll tell you, from the moment he entered this league, LaMelo Ball has been a high-volume three-point shooter.
Here's Powell, and he drives in, and he banks in the layup. And the Nets lead by 3.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Timeout called. The Hornets. Both teams deciding to change it up. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, you know how problematic LaMelo is for defenders. Always so willing to draw some contact.
Saraf, he's checked in for Powell. Takes a 3. He buries it from 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Pass to Wolf. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Ball outside. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Saraf. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
James, right side. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Williams finds Sharp. Williams in the post, and down it goes. 2 points. Williams has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Pass to McNeely. It's James on the wing. There's Ball with a three, and Charlotte another three.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Charlotte on top, leading by a point. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the floor for Brooklyn, Porter Jr. and Clowney in it forward. Toure out there with Dimon, and it's Minot in at the 5 spot. Miller with it, pass to Kniffel. There's the three. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Minot. Now Porter takes the three, and the three-pointer goes.
Yeah, we're seeing the competitive spirit of Porter Jr. as he responds with the three of his own.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. White can't hit. Nets trail by 3. Here's Traore. And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul of the game. Diabate's checked in for Bridges. And the Nets also making a change. Claxton's checked in. Pass to Porter to the right side. 5 on the clock. Here's Dimon. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside White. Out left to the wing. Porter with the steal. Fast break. Brooklyn. The finish. And then Porter with the dunk.
And nice read by Porter Jr. Surveys the floor and gets in the right spot to finish.
Pass to Kniffel. There's the triple. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
To the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Wow. Huge points from Kniffel, the youngster, ready for a big moment.
And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That'll be a second foul of the game. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Charlotte. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Outside for Porter. Buries it from 3.
And Porter Jr. is made for big moments. He doesn't feel any pressure taking big-time shots.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
And now we have a chance to see our player of the game, Nolan Traore.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done. So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Charlotte has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Three-pointer, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
LaMelo living the life. That is a big-time bucket. Go ahead.
Here's Toure, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Ball with it. Claxton picks him up. Ball no good.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
To the middle. Here's Claxton, and he buries it. And that one brings him within one.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Knipple with a bucket.
And when a scorer as dangerous as Knipple gets going, look out. He is in the flow tonight.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. They're trailing by 4. 46 seconds left to play in the fourth. Seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
First team foul.
2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
Oh, got that one up quick. And now a 7-point Hornet lead.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win. Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
There's Ball with a 3. Good. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they